Now, first, here we are facing another string, though, of shootings, folks. The left turns back to their favorite talking point, which is guns. It's never the person's fault. It's always the gun's fault. Yet when drugs or illegal immigration are the issue, the left always looks at, let's look at the reasons behind the person. They don't want to understand the deeper root cause. They don't care about that. They care about their agenda. They've never banned drugs. Instead, they distribute free crack pipes. They've never secured our border. They would rather leave it wide open. So why are guns as the item the issue, when they're merely just a tool of the madman? For more on this, let's welcome Second Amendment columnist for Breitbart News, AWR Hawkins. AW, I appreciate you being here. This is a question for the ages. If they think that drugs are a problem but want to get to the root cause and then provide free crack pipes, why are they banning guns for, shootings in gun-free zones that they created?
Yeah, exactly right. I have no idea, Carl. Good morning. But if you look at the New York Times, I wrote at Breitbart, the New York Times emerged from the Virginia shooting Tuesday night by criticizing the fact that Virginia still allows open carry. Well, the shooting took place in a store, Walmart, that banned open carry in 2019. But I seized on that to show that's the desperation. To your point, they cannot wait to find a way to blame the gun, to blame the ability to carry a gun, so on and so forth. They never look at the perp. And the perp in this case left behind a note where he told us the cure for cancer is bitter seed apricots, and that he was led by Satan. See, to me, that's what I would seize on if I were the New York Times. I would talk about how this Looney Tune walked around among people as a Walmart employee since 2010. He could have gone off at any minute. He finally did.
Yeah, well, and to your point about Virginia, so there's a variety of constitutional carry states in America, 25 of them, soon to be 26. But they allow you to walk into a gun store as long as you're a resident, purchase a gun, put it on your hip, and carry it either open or concealed in half the states in the country. Virginia is one of those that you do not need a permit to open carry. You do need a permit to conceal it. As you said, in 2019, Walmart banned the open carry in their store for whatever reason they felt, and it still happened there. So let's talk about gun-free zones. This is the left's go-to. Hey, we're going to make gun-free zones. Joe Biden happened to be the architect of that legislation quite a few years ago. And 94+% of mass shootings happen in gun-free zones. So shouldn't we look at the actual data?
Right. No, you're exactly right. And I love that, Carl. Your point is so good. When the left argues, they'll argue all the time. Where there's stricter gun control, there's less blankety blank. It's wrong. It's not true. Yeah. Your point is correct, Carl. 94%, and as you said, I believe it's a little over 94%, of high-profile public shootings occur in areas that are gun-free. And so we need to back up. The problem with the left is they can't put their ideology to the side. They can't back up and go, okay, law-abiding citizens need to be able to carry to defend themselves. That thought doesn't even enter their mind. Whereas you and I back up and we go, okay, there are too many restrictions that keep the single mother from having a gun to protect her children. We need to get rid of those restrictions. We all have to come to that mindset where we understand the restrictions have to go. And until we do, this will keep happening because we keep creating these areas where people are defenseless.
Right. Well, the other talking point they use is like, well, you don't want somebody running around exercising a constitutional right without us knowing about it, right? And it's like you have states without voter ID. Why don't you use that argument there? But also to the point, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, they all have the lowest murder rate of any state in America, and they're all constitutional carry states. So what gives?
I don't know what gives. I go to New Hampshire quite often to work with SIG, and I'll be there next month. And when I go, I'll take a gun and I will open carry some. I'll conceal carry some. I won't worry about a permit, regardless of what I do. And the people around me don't either. And all you feel is safe. And I believe it goes back to what Reagan emphasized. I'm paraphrasing, Carl, but Reagan, if you think about his message, one of his clear maxims was that you can trust the people with freedom. I believe that's where you live. That's where I live. That's where conservatives live. But we have to get the rest of our country to understand that. We were born to be free, and we can be trusted with freedom.
Well, I stand by the sentiment that a government that would take away your guns is about to do something that you might shoot them over. So, AWR Hawkins, we appreciate it.
Carl, great to be with you, buddy. Have a great day.
Always a pleasure.